Okay, I made it. I made it here to the track, to Watkins Glen. Car I finished last night, picked it up, and it's done. It's running, it's all together, and yeah, he came through clutch. He let me know that he thinks it's just the cam gear that was the problem. Cam caps all looked good, so no real concern there. At this point, he was like, I would go to the Glen and see if it works. If it fixed it, then you know that it's good, and if it didn't, then you'll have the winter time to figure it out. Getting into the spring and realizing that's still a problem. So yeah, here at the Glen, my buddy Steve and I think Devin is on the way down, something like that. So yeah, we'll get out there, we'll do some driving. I'm with Mass Tuning for this one, Mass Tuning Group. So we'll see if it fixes the issue tomorrow or Monday when I start the car again. But for today, we'll just have fun and hopefully have some confidence that it is fixed. Humble abode. So it's been about a month since the track day at Watkins Glen after I got the car fixed. I went down with my buddy Steve that you saw with the WRX, and he rode with me for 2 sessions, and it was just awesome. Really good feedback from him. I've never had him ride with me before. It was really fun. I felt really confident with the car. Obviously, having it fixed, Kadani got it back to me just in time, and just going down there and just ripping. So yeah, I felt the most comfortable I did all year for sure. Just confidence in the car and then confidence in my driving. But overall, it was the most fun I've had on track. Definitely all year. Definitely all year. VIR was pretty close, actually. VIR is, I don't know, it's special. It's something fun. But the big test for this track event was going to be the next cold start after I got the car home, whether it be the day after, 2 days after, whatever. So I left the track and I needed some gas. So I stopped in town at Watkins Glen, got some gas, started the car up, got a check engine light. And yeah, that was unexpected and unwelcome. I did not have my OBD2 scanner with me. So the hour-and-a-half drive home of just panic and just like dread of what it could be. Hopefully not the same code. During that drive though, probably a half an hour in, the code went away. And when I got home and plugged my scanner in, there was nothing there. If you guys saw the video when I did Lime Rock Park, I have gotten these codes before where I'll get a check engine light for, I don't know, sometimes it'd be like a second or two. Sometimes it would be a little bit longer like this one, and then it would just go away. And when I'd scan it, it would show the P290C code, which is like the intake code, or the exhaust valve code. My tune does tune out the intake, the P290C code. And with the exhaust valve one, it's on the car still, but sometimes it pops up. I'm not really sure why, to be honest with you. But both of those, it was totally clear. No codes at all. At that point, I really wasn't sure what it was. You know, the car was running fine. I drove it totally normally for like a week or two after that. Every cold start was fine. No code, no issue. I think the anxiety at that point was really what was just kind of eating me up. There's really 3 things that I can do at this point. The first one is I can say that last repair of replacing the cam gear as well as the oil control valve fixed it. The code that I got on the way home could have just been a blip. Obviously, it's not there. It's not permanent. So it's probably not the same issue. But I'd go into next year and try to do more track events than I did this year, which is the plan, just to run into the same issue again. The next one is going to be, what's that next step? You know, over the winter, do I want to dig into this motor and figure out what's going on? And unfortunately, that really would be the next part, is digging into the motor. The last 2 times, valve cover came off. The mechanic checked the cam caps this last time and didn't see any unusual wear. We scoped the cylinder bores. We didn't see any unusual wear there either. You know, the next thing we'd have to do is probably remove the head and check more oil passages, or start to replace parts, replace cams, replace anything else that it could be. I don't really know what else it could be, to be honest. I don't really know if I want to do that. You know, for me, like I've always modified cars. I used to have like a 600 horsepower Subaru, big turbo, built motor. You know, I've replaced motors before. And the whole point of getting this car, the GR Corolla, was to have a daily driver, something reliable, but I could also take on track and have fun with. You know, I thought about buying a used motor and putting that in the car and having my factory motor come out. But would that just be wasteful? You know, would we find anything? You know, is it fixed? You know, do I do all this stuff and spend all this money? You know, do I buy a daily driver to have a reliable car and figure this thing? It just seems wasteful. It just seems like a waste of money and waste of time and effort and stress. Once again, I think just going to the track with the car how it is, it's just been stressful. So the last option is sell it. I love this car. I absolutely love this car. Like my wife can attest to over the summer. I used to take things, if I had a problem, it'd be like, upgrade time, baby. Like let's go. But with this, it's like, it's one of those things where I like the car how it is. I really enjoy how it performs. I like how it sounds, like how it feels. If I could just keep it how it is and just work on my driving and seat time and enjoying ownership as I have, that would be great. Now that it's fixed, you know, we did the work. I drove it home. I got that little scare, but if it was the cam code, I would just continue to get it like I have. You know, it's done the same thing 4 times. Why wouldn't it do the same thing this time? So the car seems fine. Do I just sell it? You know, sell it to like a dealership or something like that and move on? You know, a lot of my friends told me to get like an Elantra N because it has a crazy warranty, but I just don't really like those. You know, I like my GR Corolla. I enjoy it. I just want to drive it. I just want to take it out and not worry about it. Lots to think about. About 2 weeks ago, you know, made the decision, kind of looked at those 3 options. Do I just say it's fine and blissfully go through life? Do I pull the motor and really dig into it and pay a shop to do that. I don't have a lift here. I don't have tools. And on top of that, like if a lot of these companies and technicians and haven't figured out what the issue is, then who's to say that I'm going to be able to figure that out myself? So, or do I sell it? You know, the GR that I have is almost paid off. Do I just sell it and start fresh? You know, that would suck. But ultimately, I did make the decision that I feel like is right for me, and this is what I did. I know. I talked about wasting money, but fortunately I got a really good deal on this 2025 Premium Plus. I'm very lucky to be in a position where I can do this and have a lot of equity in the car. And ultimately I sold the car to a national chain that buys a lot of cars, and yeah, drove it. I think I had to drive it like 4 hours to the closest location, and car was fine, no issues. Traded, you know, they scanned it, all that stuff. It's fine. So I feel good about the car. You know, the big thing that I think for me was going into next year and just worrying about this being a problem going forward. You know, like a lingering issue in the back of my head. You know, is when I'm on track, am I going to be thinking about this? And I did find myself feeling that way. Blame me all you want for, you know, taking the easy way out. That's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, for me, I think this made the most sense. Fortunately, I actually had another opportunity come up during this whole kerfuffle. There's a shop that I've worked with a bunch in the past, really great folks, that had a hydrolocked G16E GTS from a GR Corolla come in, fully dressed long block, like, you know, oil pan all the way out, full wiring harness on it, that they sold me for a super good deal. This is one that's going to need a rebuild, but I thought, why have this downtime with my car and all this stuff when I need something to daily drive? And why not pick this thing up for a really good price? And that way I kind of have the best of both worlds, where I have this car, take it out, enjoy it, drive on the track, show you guys more, you know, content, more videos. I really want to partner with more people to be able to bring you guys more content on GR ownership and, you know, doing more events and even like car shows, like getting out and meeting more people. The other part of this though is I'll have this motor to be able to tear down. What I really want to do is have a series where if you're in a position where you need a new motor, which I've seen a few people pop up, either they want to build it or they get into a situation where they have to build it, what are the options that you have and how much is going to cost, which one's right for you. So I'm hoping to use this as an opportunity to just create like a guide for folks with a GR Corolla if they want to build a motor and need to build a motor. What's the best way to do that for your goals, and what's the price on that look like? So stay tuned on that. I'm hoping to have the motor here in the next couple weeks and start tearing into it and show you guys what the state of it is and who to go to and which parts to choose to build the motor. And lastly, I want to do more content. I think that through 2025, I just got into a really weird headspace with the car where I was having these problems. I didn't know what the issue was. I didn't want to post stuff because the car was having issues. Like, who really wants to watch a video about an owner, you know, tweaking out about their car having this issue over and over again? Maybe you guys do, I don't know. That's why I just figured I would compile it into 2 videos and show you guys what has been going on in the background. But this year to come and through the winter, I'm really hoping like once a week do a video. I think would be awesome. Just keep you guys up to date with stuff happening with GR Corolla, new parts, new builds, new companies. I'm gonna be interviewing a lot of other owners, companies, stuff like that, just to bring you guys some news about who you can turn to within this community to either get your parts or who specializes in certain things, who has done a lot of the mods that maybe you're looking to get done, and just kind of hear their success stories or the pitfalls, so maybe you don't make the same mistakes. So over the winter, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'd love for you guys to tune in. You know, everyone says it on YouTube, but subscribe, you know, comment, just interact. I'd love to hear kind of what you guys are doing with your cars and just share that with mine. And with that, flame me in the comments, tell me I'm a quitter, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate you. And yeah, talk soon.